Hi everybody, welcome to Sharon's Home and Garden. I wanted to give you a quick garden tour, kind of a pre-planting tour, because I finally got all the infrastructure done and I am ready to put some of this stuff on the ground. So let's go. Alright, so here is a lot of what I'm going to plant. Some of this is extras, but everything needs to go on the ground. Everything looks healthy. We will see how long it takes me to plant everything. Here's my favorite parsley. Triple curled parsley. Oh, it's so good and it's so beautiful. Some oregano, flat leaf parsley. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff here. More herbs. This is cilantro, thyme. So let me show you the infrastructure here. I did end up getting my panels put in. And it's going to be interesting to see if these are too close together. I'm guessing yes, they're too close together, but we will see. Next year I may be able to move this arch a little closer together. And then my other panel here, I have some carrots down here in the pots. Those are radishes. And these are bachelor buttons that seeded themselves from last year. So in my garden here, raised bed garden, I have planted flowers. These are nicotiana and zinnias. And these are cosmos. So these will get really tall. They'll get 3 feet tall. The nicotianas, those are 2 to 3 feet, and the rest of them will really get tall. But I love having this flower bed in the middle of my garden because it brings the pollinators in. And just for size reference, this bed is 3 feet by 6 feet. And then I've covered everything in this landscape fabric that I used in my in-ground garden over there. And this is how I plan on dealing with blight. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to plant everything yet, but it will keep it down. I'm sure it will help. But in here, this is sage. Here's another, I had an extra nicotiana. And then this is tarragon. It comes up every year. It's just a beautiful plant, beautiful herb. It's great on chicken, great on fish. It's just a beautiful, wonderful herb to have. So all this has been covered. There's a couple little spots that have not, but we'll get those taken care of. In this bed here, this is a 4 by 4 foot bed. In the front here, I have some marigolds. And then I have bush beans in front, 2 different kinds, and then peas along the back. So I have some planted on this side of the fence and some on the other side of the fence. And the ones on the other side of the fence were old seeds, and I just threw a bunch down. And then this one, these along the edge, I'm going to do the border as yarrow. These are perennials here. I have one on the other side that came up. So I actually put the fabric around these ones. And you can see this is all done. And in the back here, I have the Ella Campani or whatever it is. There's like a better common name for it. And I will look it up and put it on the screen here. And then in between them, I have the mammoth sunflowers. So we'll have a bunch of sunflowers in this. This particular herb gets to be 8 feet tall, and the sunflowers are 8 to 12, so they will form a border on the back. Again, more landscape fabric. This is flat leaf parsley. This is my chives that was covered with plastic, so they're just coming back. And then a couple more yarrow, because I had a couple left over. Alright, this bed, this is a 3 by 6 foot bed, is going to have head lettuces in there. I had strawberries in here, but the grasses just took over, and so I pulled everything out, and now this is going to be head lettuce. I don't know if I'm going to leave this cover on or not. I do have some onions left over. Uh-oh, it's just starting to rain. I better hurry up here. Alright, let's walk around here. My transplanted rhubarb is doing very well. I have no idea what this is, but it's a perennial. So I'll have to look it up and find out. These I have not planted yet. These are going to be herbs in here. And then here are my potatoes. Potatoes are all doing really well. I should have plenty of potatoes to eat and to share. And then in these beds, the onions. Remember, these were onions I grew from seed. These were ones I grew from sets. And these were ones I grew from plants that I bought at Home Depot. And these ones, the ones from Home Depot and the ones that I grew from seed, went through a little bit of a shock when I put them in here, and I don't know why. But they are all recovered now. So that's all doing really well. Spinach. That's Savoyed, smooth leaf, red kitten. This strawberry spinach is not germinating. I may have to replant. And then radishes. And it's probably time I went in and thinned those out a little bit. Maybe after it's done raining. And then in here, I've got celery. This is called a cutting celery here, Athena cutting celery. And then that's here as well. And this is Conquistador. That one and that one and that one. And then the rest of these are that Chinese pink celery. So, isn't that pretty? Isn't this pretty with all the little petals in here from my crabapple tree? Everything has these beautiful pink petals all over them. They're just so pretty. The grass, everything. I know a bunch of people are probably complaining about that, but I think it's pretty. So, yeah, here's my tree. It's a beauty. Just beautiful. A lot of leaves are coming down now. This tree needs to be trimmed. And look at this. Look how beautiful this is. I was gonna clean this out, but I will wait until after it's done raining. Isn't that pretty? I don't think the birds like it, but I like it. Anything else? Let me think about that for a minute. Okay, this little bed has my lettuces in there, and I've got something that was digging in here. Oh, that irritates me. I'm gonna have to put some hardware cloth over here until these get bigger. So all the lettuces came up except whatever I planted here. That didn't come up. And then my bunching onions are all coming up. So I can't wait to start munching on those bunching onions. In here I have pak choy. You see in there? They're looking really good. This is little gem lettuce. And this is an overplanted pot of kale. But isn't it beautiful? I think it's just so beautiful. Show you. Remember my hydroponic experiment with tomatoes? Well, I took off suckers on a couple of these and rooted them and threw them in dirt, and they are flowering right now. So I've got them in these pots right now. They're a greenhouse tomato. I've been keeping them in the greenhouse. I have them outside right now because it's about to rain, and I wanted them to get a really good watering. So I got 4 plants. I have them set up here just to kind of, so they're outside. And yeah, most of them are flowering right now. They're doing pretty well. And right next to, I've got a bunch of onions in here. And those are doing well as well. One more thing I wanted to show you. This is lovage. And it is a perennial. And it's just a beautiful plant, isn't it? It's an herb. Tastes like celery. It's like a very strong celery flavor. So if you're like me and you like to cook with celery, plant this plant, because it comes back every year. And I mean, this ground here is in shade all winter. It's covered in ice all winter. And the lovage is one of the first plants to come up in the spring. So it's very hardy. I love this plant. I think that's it. So next time you see me, I will be planting. Enjoy your day, everybody. And I will see you in my next video. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.